Hey everyone, and welcome to another video. I'm SimplyG, and today I'm going to be showing off my manga collection in its entirety for the end of the year of 2020. I want to preface this video with a couple things. First and foremost, yes, it's a larger collection. That's mostly because I've been collecting over 10 years, and so that's reflected in the books that I own. And the collection itself actually grows and shrinks quite a bit. I go through it, I buy things on a regular basis, I also sell things on a semi-regular basis. So just to preemptively perhaps prevent comments that are like, I'm so jealous, how do you have so much? A lot of time and saving and being kind of aware of what I want and not just spending money to spend money is my two greatest pieces of advice, as well as don't be afraid to buy secondhand. I know some collectors prefer to only have the new releases and must be in like perfect quality. I'm not one of those people. I don't collect manga to have manga. I collect manga because I enjoy reading it. I love all of these stories, in fact. And I like to be able to revisit them. The other thing that I wanted to mention, if you do not see your favorite series in my collection, it is not a comment on its quality, it's merely because I am not a fan of that series, or I have not read that series, and I have chosen not to buy it. I've read a lot more manga than is on the shelves, I promise, but the stuff that I buy, that I collect, are titles that I really, really love. I revisit on a regular basis, and that for me, I find value in owning versus just buying every single thing that I want to read, every single thing that has ever been released. I utilize my library very much, as well as digital manga releases. So again, if you don't, I'm just gonna ignore you. I'm gonna ignore your comment if you ask where such and such series is. I am probably aware of it, and there's probably a reason why it's not in the collection. Again, not a commentary on the quality of any particular series. I'm super glad that people love particular series, but usually they are not for me, and so you're not going to be helping anyone or illuminating me on the merits of a particular series if you ask in the comments where such and such is. Yeah, again, just don't waste your own time, right? Anyway, getting that out of the way, I'm going to get straight into it, and I hope you guys enjoy. And foremost, we have Vagabond, volumes 1 to 36 in 12 3-in-1 Vizbigs, a series that is constantly on hiatus, and who knows when it will stop being. Is Fruits Baskets 1 to 12, collecting the 23 volumes, Children of the Sea, completed in 5 volumes, and the complete series of In This Corner of the World. Is Karamori's Anything and Something short story collection, 5 2-in-1 omnibus editions of Emma, a Victorian romance, the singular volume of My Broken Mariko, Go-Go Monster by Taiyo Matsumoto, Utsubora, The Story of a Novelist by Asumiku Nakamura, the 2 volumes of My Brother's Husband by Gengoro Tagame, 2 bilingual editions of Chihaya Furu, and the single Shirley volume by Karamori that we got from CMX. Is volumes 1 to 9 of Princess Jellyfish, collecting all 17 volumes, 1 to 8 of House of Five Leaves by Natsume Ono, and 1 to 10 of Descending Stories, Showa Genroku Rakugo Shinju by Haruko Kumota. We have Ping Pong by Taiyo Matsumoto, volumes 1 and 2, Cats of the Louvre, a single volume, again by Taiyo Matsumoto, volumes 1 to 3 of The Rose of Versailles by Ryoko Ikeda, volumes 1 to 3 of the perfect editions of The Drifting Classroom by Kazuo Umez, and volumes 1 to 6 of Sunny, again by Taiyo Matsumoto. Shelf starts with some art books by Jiro Taniguchi, Hiromu Arakawa, Taya Matsumoto, and Kyu Hayashida and Moto Hagio. The manga is Tekon King Crete, Black and White by Taya Matsumoto. Moto Hagio's A Drunken Dream and Other Stories, Play Clan, and Otherworld Barbara. Jiro Taniguchi's A Distant Neighborhood, as well as The Walking Man. The Heart of Thomas, again by Moto Hagio. And Inyo Asano's Nijigahara Holograph. What is that shelving? We have volumes 1 to 23, the complete series of Hikaru no Go, volumes 1 to 35 of Kakaishi, and volumes 1 to 10 of After School Nightmare. Is Omnibus 1 and 3 and 4 of the Kurosagi Corpse Delivery Service, Omnibus 1 to 9 of Monster, Welcome to the Ballroom, volumes 1 to 9, and With the Light, Raising an Autistic Child, volumes 1 to 8, collecting the entire series. So we have Skip Beat, volume 1 to 43, which is almost the entirety of the series released thus far, as well as a whole bunch of single volume little art books and fan books and things like that from Japan. Itself is volumes 1 to 12 of Again, complete series, volumes 1 to 13 of Yotsuba, 1 to 6 of Mysterious Girlfriend X in 2-in-1 omnibus format, 1 to 8 of Gangsta, and Gangsta Cursed, completed in volumes 1 to 5. Next is 1 to 13 of High School Debut, which is the end of the original series, but there are 2 follow-up volumes, which I still need to get in the omnibus edition. Then we have Lovely Complex, or Lovecom, volumes 1 to 17, and the Japanese release of Wandering Sun, aka Horo Musuko, volumes 1 to 15. For this shelf we have Kaze Hikaru, volumes 1 to 28, and Ottoman, volumes 1 to 18. Here we have the box set of Nosuka of the Valley of the Wind by Hayao Miyazaki, as well as volumes 1 to 10, the complete series of Barefoot Gen. Is volumes 1 to 17 of Ooku by Fumi Yoshinaga, one of my favorite mangaka ever. And I believe the series is completed in 19 volumes in Japan. 12 are completed large trim series, including Tokyo Tarareba Girls 1 to 9, Sweet Blue Flowers 1 to 4 in 2-in-1 omnibus editions, Ode Maidens in Your Savage Season, volume 1 to 8, Run in the Grey World, volumes 1 to 7, Blank Canvas, My So-Called Artist's Journey, Skullface Bookseller Honda-san, volumes 1 to 4, and Planetess, volumes 1 and 2, collecting the 5 volumes in omnibus format. We have the limited edition of Akira, volumes 1 to 6, or the entirety of the series, in hardcover, properly formatted editions, as well as the box set for Dementia 21, Japan and Korea short story collections from various comic creators, and Showa, A History of Japan, 1926 to 1939, 1939 to 1944, 1944 to 1953, and 1953 to 1989, all by Shigeru Mizuki, as well as a single volume, volume 4 of The Drops of God. More Fumi Yoshinaga titles with Flower of Life, volumes 1 to 4, Antique Bakery, 1 to 4, and Garden Dreams. We have Andromeda Stories, 1 to 3 by Keiko Takamiya, as well as 2 Terra, volumes 1 to 3, 4 Shoujo Stories, a collection of short stories, and A Prime by Moto Hagio. 4 one-shots and short story collections with Love Song, 4 Tales by shoujo artist Keiko Onishi, Main Railways by Asumiku Nakamura, An Invitation from a Crab by Panpania, Maki Kusumoto's Dollis, Rokura Noshiko's What is Obscenity, 7 Little Sons of the Dragon, a collection of 7 stories by Ryoko Kui, Cicada Man by Ryoko Iwabuchi, Mujiroshi, The Sign of Dreams by Naoki Urasawa, and Solanin by Inyo Asano, as well as the epilogue. On the shelf we have Pluto, volumes 1 to 8, the complete series, as well as Not Simple by Natsume Ono. We have 1 to 8 of Cross Game, all 17 volumes in omnibus format, 1 to 5 of Astro Lost in Space, 1 to 19 of Yu Yu Hakusho, and 1 to 3 of Genkaku Picasso. Front on the shelf we have volumes 1 to 14 of Nabara no O completed, as is Mushishi, volumes 1 to 10 with the last 3 in omnibus format, and 1 to 19 of Banana Fish. On this shelf we have volumes 1 to 12 of A Bride Story by Kaoru Mori, ongoing and one of my favorite titles, really. Here we have the Pandora Box limited edition Pandora Hearts collection, which collects all 23 volumes as 24 volumes in 12 2-in-1 omnibus editions, as well as Professor Munakata's British Museum Adventure, and volumes 1 to 8 of Wandering Sun, sadly unfinished and unlikely to be ever finished. Here we have Little Miss P and Little Miss P the Second Day, both by Ken Koyama. So we have All My Darling Daughters by Fumi Yoshinaga, as well as Not Love But Delicious Foods Make Me So Happy, again by Yoshinaga, My Lesbian Experience with Loneliness, and My Solo Exchange Diary, volumes 1 and 2 by Nagata Kabi, Claudine by Ryoko Ikeda, The Bride Was a Boy by Chi, Town of Evening Calm, Country of Cherry Blossoms, Pink by Kyoko Okazaki, as well as Helter Skelter, and Enclosed Cold Fat by Mayoko Ano. Have Blue Flag, volumes 1 to 3, and The Wise Wise Beasts of the Wizarding Wisdoms, as well as Love on the Other Side, both by Nagabe. We have Paradise Kiss, volumes 1 to 3, the complete series, released by Vertical, and volume 1 of Complex Age. On this shelf we have the entirety of Bride of Deimos that was released in English, 7 of the 17 volumes. Here we have all 6 of Erika Sakurazawa's one-shots or single volume series that were released in English: Angel, Angel's Nest, Between the Sheets, Nothing But Loving You, The Rules of Love, and The Aromatic Bitters. We also have Mari Okazaki's Sweat and Honey, as well as Junko Kawakami's Galaxy Girl Panda Boy, and volumes 1 and 2 of From Eroica with Love, the only ones that I'm probably likely to find because they are very out of print. This first shelf we have the 7 Kitaro collections put out by Drawn and Quarterly, volumes 1 to 13 of Moonchild, the entire series of Honey and Clover, volume 1 to 10, and the entire series of Kiss Him Not Me, volumes 1 to 14, and the 3 volumes of That Blue Sky Feeling, all completed series. Also features volumes 1 to 6 of Mob Psycho 100 by 1, as well as the Reagan spin-off single volume. Is Dawn of the Arcana, volumes 1 to 13, completed, Number 6, 1 to 9, completed, volumes 1 to 6 of My Boy, that is an ongoing in English but completed in Japanese series, volume 1 of The Golden Sheep, volumes 1 to 3 of Go With the Clouds North by Northwest, and the entirety of Twin Speaker in volumes 1 to 12. More slight double stacking with this shelf with volumes 1 to 12 of Horimiya. Next shelf we have volumes 1 to 24 of Natsume's Book of Friends, an ongoing slice of life supernatural series, and volumes 1 to 7 of The Girl from the Other Side, Shilarun by Nagabe, which is completed, I think, in Japanese. Next are mostly one-shots and short story collections with Sakuran, Magician A, Sarazanmai, Rayon Mabu, Emerald and Other Stories, The Voices of a Distant Star, Laughter at the World's End, Blue Spring, Pretty Guardian Sailor Moon Short Stories, Volumes 1 and 2, The God's Lie, Revolutionary Girl Utena After the Revolution, Neoparasite M, as well as Neoparasite F, Nononba, and Glaeolia, Volume 1. Are Volumes 1 to 11 of Vinland Saga, released in 2-in-1 Omnibus Edition, so the 22 volumes. Then we have Hell's Paradise, Jigokuraku, Volumes 1 to 3 and Volume 5, Perfect World, Volumes 1 and 2, Wave Listen to Me, Volumes 1 and 2, and A Tropical Fish Yearns for Snow, Volumes 1, 2, 4, and 5. Next is Volumes 1 to 10 of Monthly Girls Nozaki-kun, and next to that is Volumes 1 to 22 of Noragami, as well as Volume 1 of Stray Stories, Shelf we have volumes 1 to 28 of Black Butler, 1 to 7 of The Case Study of Vanitas, and volumes 1 to 6 of Bloom Into You. Stacked on the shelf in front is volumes 1 to 13 of Requiem of the Rose King by Aya Kano. On this shelf we have the entirety of Blade of the Immortal in 10 3-in-1 omnibus, roughly. Then we have Kase-san and volumes 1 to 5, plus Kase-san and Yamada volume 1, and volumes 1 to 3 of Fruits Basket Another. On this shelf we have the entirety of Doro Hedoro, volumes 1 to 23, the entirety of Silver Spoon, volume 1 to 15, volumes 1 to 6 of Aka 13 completed, and Aka 13 PS volume 1. On the shelf we have the entirety of Hunter x Hunter, volumes 1 to 36, as well as the Japanese volume of volume 0. On the shelf, apologies for the glare, but we have volumes 1 and 2 of Not Your Idol, the entire 4 volumes of Our Dreams at Dusk, Shironame Tasagare, Goodbye Geist, volumes 1 to 14 of Devil's Line completed, volumes 1 and 2 of Versailles of the Dead, volumes 1 to 3 of Satoko and Nara, volumes 1 and 2 of Nicola Traveling the Demon's World, volumes 1 to 3 of Penguin Drum, and volume 1 of Become You. Mainly consists of my volume 1s for ongoing series that I am hoping to collect more of. So Soul Eater, the Perfect Edition, volume 1, My Androgynous Boyfriend, A Man and His Cat, BL Metamorphosis, Cocoon Entwined, Heavenly Delusion, My Dress Up Darling, The Witch and the Beast, Blue Period, Heterogenea Linguistical, Heaven's Design Team, Goodbye My Rose Garden, Love Me For Who I Am, and Blue Giant, volumes 1 and 2 in the first omnibus. And then we also have the entirety of Inuboku SS, or Inuboku Secret Service, volumes 1 to 11. The shelf is volumes 1 to 9 of To Your Eternity, 1 to 8 of Delicious in Dungeon, 1 to 6 of Witch Hat Atelier, volume 1 to 5 of Phantom Tales of the Night, 1 to 3 of Drifting Dragons, 1 to 3 of Magus of the Library, 1 and 2 of Prince Freya, 1 and 2 of Spy Family, and 1 and 2 of Chainsaw Man. It has 1 to 10 of Snow White with the Red Hair, 1 to 26 of Yona of the Dawn, and volumes 1 to 6 of Toilet Bound Hanako-kun. On the shelf we have volumes 1 to 14 of What Did You Eat Yesterday, 1 to 6 of Hakume and Mikochi, 1 to 10 of Land of the Lustrous, 1 to 8 of Dead Dead Demons Dead Destruction, 1 to 3 of Wotakoi, 2-in-1 omnibus editions, and volumes 1 and 2 of Yuri Bearstorm. On the shelf we have 1 to 25 of D. Grey Man by Katsura Hoshino, a couple volumes behind on this one, but in real need of a reread from me for this series. Front we have Haikyuu, volumes 1 to 38, one of my favorite Jump series ever, kind of full stop. Series 1 to 14 of Neon Genesis Evangelion in 5 omnibus releases, to 11 of the Full Metal Alchemist Full Metal Edition, as well as the 4-panel comics collection. All 18 volumes of Ouran High School Host Club in the box set, as well as the box set of Revolutionary Girl Ushina, the original manga series. So that was the entirety of my manga collection as of December 2020. I hope you all enjoyed, maybe discovered some titles. I didn't want to make this video too long. If you want more in-depth reviews or opinions on any of these titles, I have a multitude of videos in which I wax poetic at length about each and every one of these series. So if you're interested and you're not subscribed, please consider doing so. Otherwise, I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your year, wonderful New Year's, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye till then.